semi-finals we've had some extraordinary badminton, and that last one, that women's singles, was an absolute treat. Tai Su-ying coming back, saving 4 match points to beat the two-time former champion Taerattanachai on 23-21 in the deciding game. Well, next up is mixed doubles, and there's more home interest because we have the number 1 seeds Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai up against the unseeded Indian pairing of Sairaj Rankireddy and Ashwini Ponnappa. So as far as the mixed doubles draw is concerned, we've already had one semi-final, and that's the two left-handers, So Sung-jae and Che Yu-jung, coming through against a young Malaysian pair who've done awfully well in the tournament. As you can see, by a quarter-final stage, there were 2 pairs from Thailand, 2 from Malaysia, 2 from Korea, but 4 different nationalities at semi-final stage. That's the same as last week. Last week we had the Thai and Korean pairs that were in the semi-final here, but we had a French and Indonesian pair last week. This week, an Indian pair and a Malaysian pair. So that just shows that mixed doubles is also very competitive here in Thailand.
Mixed doubles semi-final. Please welcome Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai from Thailand.
So here come last week's champions, Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai.
Rankireddy and Ashwini Ponnappa from India.
And what a tournament Sairaj Rankireddy has had. He's already played one semi-final today, lost in the men's doubles, but now a chance with Ashwini Ponnappa to reach a first ever Super 1000 tournament final. Well, for the Thai combination, they were in the final of the All England. They lost the All England final. They won last week, so if they win today, they will have contested, or will contest, all 3 Super Series, all 3 Super 1000 events in the HSBC BWF World Tour for 2020. This is the third meeting between the 2 pairs, and as you can see,
you won the toss.
The Thailand pair
Sub-series serve. Who will receive?
Have won the only 2 previous encounters, and incidentally won them both in 2 straight games, including that last one, which was the second round of the Japan Super 750. So Puavaranukroh is 23 years of age from Chonburi. He and his partner playing off their career high ranking of 3 and 14 weeks as world number 3s before the rankings were frozen. Won the Thailand Open last week, beating Jordan and Octavianti in the final, so reversing the result of the All England final last March. Taerattanachai, born in Udon Thani, and she is one of the few players on the World Tour that has enjoyed success in all 3 disciplines. Won Grand Prix Gold events in women's singles, women's doubles and mixed doubles, and she's the only player to ever do that. Well, in the first round, they beat Tarbelin and Peak of the Netherlands. In the second round, they beat the beaten finalists from 2017, Go and Lai. And in the quarterfinal, had a thrilling match against Go Sun-hyung and his partner Hae-won, who Hae-won had won the title in 2015 with Choi Sol-gu. Needed 3 games to win it, but it was comfortable in the 3rd game, as you saw. So to Sairaj Rankireddy, only 20 years of age, and their world ranking 36 in the world at the moment, but I should point out that they've only got 9 tournaments to get to that world ranking, and you need really 10 to have any sort of a realistic ranking. Have been as high as 21, and they were quarter finalists
Ready to play?
in 2019 here at this event. Lost in the second round last week. Ashwini Ponnappa, 31 years of age, from Bengaluru, formerly called Bangalore. And she and her partner beating the Danes Nor and Melund in the first round. 3 games against the Denmark Open winners Lamsfoss and Hertrik, and the quarter-final against the number 5 seeds, the Olympic silver medalist Champeng Soon and Go Liu Ying. I can tell you they were a game and 13-18 down. They saved 3 match points in that second game before winning it 24-22 and won the deciding game 22-20. And it was heartbreak as we look at our court officials for this one, for Champeng Soon and Go Liu Ying, because had they have won that quarter-final, they would have overtaken their compatriots in the race to the World Tour finals, and they would have been playing next week. But you can't live off ifs and maybes.
No, but maybe it's a blessing in disguise, because I don't think Liu Ying is completely 100%.
Definitely not, her back injury. So our umpire for this one, Robertus Tommy Oscariano from Indonesia.
Players.
Service judge Omid from
Ladies and gentlemen,
Iran.
on my right, Sadvik Sairat Rankireddy and Ashwini Ponnappa, India. And on my left, Dejapong Puavaranukroh and Subsiri Taerattanachai, Thailand. Subsiri Taerattanachai to serve to Sadvik Sairat Rankireddy. Love all. Play.
So the number 1 seeds and winners last week of the Yonex Thailand Open, Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai, nearest to us, in the all-red kit. Now, Morton, when you look at the statistics of the two pairs on court, the Thailand pair, 2 of the Super 1000 finals, they were World Championship silver medalists in Basel. They were gold medalists at the Southeast Asian Games going back to 2017, runners-up at the All England.
And
compare, yes, compare that to Rankireddy and Ponnappa. Yes, they were in a World Championship quarter-final. That was in Nanjing in 2018. But this is their first ever semi-final at a Super 500 or above level tournament. So you've got to, on paper, assume that the Thailand pair are overwhelming favourites. But it's not necessarily the case.
No.
Service over.
No, it's not. I agree with you. However, I do think that the Thailand combination has got the game to unsettle the Indian combination. They are very steady. They keep it going. Solid defence, and the Indian couple is relying heavily on the smash of Rankireddy. So it will be interesting. I think one of the reasons why the Indian combination has got that many good results is the fact that Rankireddy, in my personal opinion, is spending a lot of time on his men's doubles and kind of focusing on his men's doubles. And to me, it looks like this mixed doubles is coming second in line.
Oh, that's a lovely shot.
Good play.
And given the fact that he and Shiraj Shetty actually won the Thailand Open, that was their big breakthrough in men's doubles, wasn't it, in 2019? I'm not so sure that... well, I think that he's probably right to focus mainly on men's doubles.
I'm not disputing that at all. We're just talking about whether why they haven't made so many good results in the mixed, and that's basically what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
Service over 4-0. Something? Is that okay? Change.
And it will be interesting to see how he's coping with playing 2 matches on the same day, semi-finals in the men's doubles that they lost, and then now the mixed doubles against another really good pair here. And here we saw the power. I
it's
know it was
amazing, isn't it?
Deflected by the net court, but still, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's a great return of serve.
Service over 5-0.
Flick just long.
Service over 6-5.
Not by much.
No.
Now, I've noticed Ponnappa has been struggling with her low serve. We'll keep an eye on how many times she actually serves low and how many times she flicks.
Oh, she covered well there, Ashwini.
Service over.
Very unfortunate for her that she's missing the last one.
Change.
Very active on her feet.
Yes, and she herself in women's doubles is a former World Championship bronze medalist with Jwala Gutta.
Yes.
And also a gold and a silver at the Commonwealth Games with the same women's doubles partner. So she's achieved a huge amount as Ponnappa.
Yeah, and I saw in the paper just the other day that she's
7-6.
having a sight on the Olympics, not this time, but also next time. Not only this time, but also next
Paris
time.
2024.
Yes, I saw that in the paper.
Wow. Why not?
You little, move a little bit. Move a little bit.
Yeah, Sapsari is blocking the view.
Yeah, it's a good serve from Dichapon.
8-6. Service over 7-8.
Yeah, good anticipation from Ponnappa.
Yeah, she's very active when it comes to her forehand side, less active when it's her backhand side.
Yeah.
9-8.
Oh, string's gone.
Yeah, but that happens a
Service
lot to this
over.
man.
9-0.
Is there a reason for that, Morten?
I think on top of the fact that, of course, it's tremendous power he's got, it's not always that he's timing it 100%.
No.
And of course, if you combine the power with a little bit of mistiming, then you have a broken string.
Yeah. What was Tim Willis telling us the other evening? 800 rackets they'd strung, and that was 2 or 3 days ago, wasn't it?
Yes, in, let's say, in a week and a half.
Play.
The racket Victor Axelsen finished his match with last night won't be restrung though, will it?
No. That will go into history. That shot.
Oh, yes.
Beautiful.
So is that.
Yeah.
Oh, what a rally.
That is high quality.
10, 9.
How he got round to give himself the position to play that cross court with the round the head action. That's quick movement.
Service over 10. Oh.
That's a lovely serve. Lovely serve.
Service over.
But it
11-10.
is the number 1 seeds who have a 1-point advantage at the mid-game interval. Well, there was me saying that Ashwini Ponnappa had been struggling with her low serve. That was an absolute beauty.
Play.
Oh.
12-10.
That's a gift.
13-10.
Oh, string's gone again.
14-10. Change.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe not. That didn't sound right, did it?
Just another mistimed shot. That's wide, yeah, that's wide.
Oh, they're challenging.
Ashwini Ponnappa challenges call out.
Yeah, good challenge.
Good challenge.
Yeah.
Correction in. Service
That was
over.
really well spotted.
11-14. Play.
Good pace to the rally.
Yeah. It's great intensity.
Oh, good block. Yeah, fabulous rally.
Service over. 15-11.
Good return of serve from Rankireddy.
Service over. 12.
Just behind the back.
15.
Oh, that's clever placement of the smash. He was weighted absolutely committed to his forehand defence, Rankireddy.
He was.
12.
But I think I like to notice that Sapsari is standing her grounds very well in the flat play against Rankireddy in that rally, and it's really the way that she's moving forward and getting the lift is setting partner up very well. That's a good flick serve.
Yeah.
17, 12.
Yeah, good return.
Service over.
I think he's got to mix up his serve, serving to the tee when Rankireddy is in the left-hand side of his court. Oh, crawled over. How did it do that?
Had a little think.
14,
It did.
17.
Seemed to stay on the top of the tape for an age before going over. Look at that. Oh, got in each other's way, and they've both left it. In fact, the shuttle landed out the back.
Service over. 18, 14.
That's what you call well left. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Neither of them meant to leave that, but it's just as well they did.
Okay, thank you. Yes, back on top. $18, 14. Play. Service over. 15, 18.
Sapsari not taking any chances, put her head down and...
Did you notice that as well?
Yes.
I noticed that too. I was actually looking at it in the replays. So I hope she put her head down, but she did. That was good.
Yeah, we've already had one nasty eye injury this week with Taerattanachai. That's a good return.
Service over. 19, 15.
Oh dear.
Service over. 16, 19.
It's tough to see the Indian combination winning, let's say, 5 points in a row. Not been able to do so in the first game so far. That's the first one.
17, 19.
It's a lethal weapon, that smash of Rankireddy.
Service over.
Error on the flick serve.
20. Game
Yeah,
point.
he was flick serving
17.
with the drift, and that is a tall order. That's not easy.
No. So 3 game point opportunities for the number 1 seeds.
Service over.
Yeah,
18.
well anticipated.
20.
Yeah.
So let's test.
She's moved her serving stance away from the tee,
Yeah,
just to
bit-
change the angle.
Yeah, a bit to the side. Once again intercepting.
Yeah.
It's good block shots when it's
90,
working.
20, change.
Made a few mistakes as well on it, but when it's working, it's really good.
So 2 game points well saved, but another one remains for the number 1 seeds. Good serve.
Yep.
3 game points have come and gone,
20 all.
and it's 20 all. Extra points required until there's a clear 2-point winning margin. Oh, good return of serve.
Service
So with
over.
that error from Ponnappa,
21-20.
it's a 4th game point opportunity now to the number 1 seeds from Thailand. And this time they convert. 22-20 opening game to Dijapon Puavaranukroh and Sapsuri Taerattanachai, winning the opening game on their 4th game point.
Yeah, all outside big. Actually, lot of yeah. Yeah, fight again. Yeah, remember. Yeah.
เคลื่อนขึ้นเขาจะบอกให้เราโผล่ให้บินเลยให้บินปุ๊บมันโยกไปเลยถ้างั้นเคลื่อนแล้วขึ้นเคลื่อนแล้วขึ้นดีกว่าถ้าจะฝั่งนี้ดูจังหวะดูลูกต้องเพิ่มก็ให้บีบลูกบีบลูกเลยก่อนลูกออกมาดีเข้าใจป่ะไม่ใช่เขาเล่นนาน
20 seconds. 20 seconds. You ready? Second game. Love all. Play.
Well, it was a really exciting opening game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a wonderful comeback from Ponnappa and Rankireddy, I think.
Service over. 1 love. Service fault call. Too high. Service over.
Well,
1
first
all.
service fault. See if she lifts her left arm. No, not at all. Which indicates that she was holding the shuttle too high.
2
Surprised at that.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good pressure from
Yeah.
Dijapon.
That's where I think
3,
the Thailand combinations is so good, is when he's moving forward as well. Not only Taerattanachai, but Dijapon also moving to the net and being decisive at the net is making this Thailand duo quite lethal.
Yeah.
4-1.
Oh my goodness. Double hit.
Yes.
Service over 2.
We both had a go at that one.
Service over.
Do you think that the Indian pair should try changing their tactics a little bit, and if so, what?
I think they should flick a few more serves from this end and try to counter-attack whatever is coming on these return of serves, because chances are that they will be quite flat and they can go in and counter-attack it. That's one area I think I would use. I still think that they are not moving Taerattanachai enough. When she is under siege, she's standing very much still. I still think that Rankireddy can move her a bit more, play some more drop shots, and even perhaps a clear. Oh, here we go. The first clear was coming.
Yeah.
And using the fact that they are playing against the drift.
Service over.
You see, that's so interesting to me, because in singles, it's easier to play against the drift, because then you can use the back of the court. You can start using your clears and so on.
Yeah.
But in doubles, it's so much focus on the attacking play.
Yeah.
That an awful lot of doubles prefer to be hitting with the drift, so that there's extra sting.
Yes.
But what you're saying here is that they actually need to be using the back. Not suggesting that they're clearing or anything like that, but using the back corners with their drives and their pushes.
Yeah, but also, as we saw here, a fine example, a good attacking lift here from Rankireddy, and putting Taerattanachai at some discomfort at the back.
Yeah.
And can play a clear now and again, not always, but you know, like mixing it up a bit.
Yeah.
Before maybe the big power smash is coming. And we also know from experience that Taerattanachai is her weakness is the drop shots landing in front of her.
Yeah.
And the Indian combination hasn't used that at all.
Service over 5-7.
Right idea.
Yeah, that's why I said earlier, they're really good, you know, when it's working really well, but sometimes she's blocking them too short, and we've seen that, I think, on 4, perhaps even 5 occasions.
Yeah, several times.
Yeah.
That is tremendous defence from
9-5.
Puavaranukroh.
Almost top spin, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No.
So flat over the net, but played with power and pace. Oh, what a return of serve.
Service over.
Well, you won't see better than that.
No, but that's kind of exploiting what I also said, that Taerattanachai is, she's very, very good when she's standing still and don't have to move too much. But here, she was pushed out of comfort zone.
Yeah.
Play. It's okay.
Great response from Sapsari Taerattanachai. Great response.
10-6.
Yep, despite being caught off balance with the flick serve, still got it going down in to the right place, set up her partner. So to the mid-game interval with a 5-point advantage, the number 1 seeds Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai.
โฟร์แบ็คโฟร์เข้าแบ็คเสิร์ฟ2เข้าแบ็คแล้วเตรียมไม้บนดีๆข้างหลังเตรียมสอนพอต้องเตรียมหน้านี่เตรียมย้ำเลยเข้าใจป่ะแล้วเวลาดูเวลาเราย้ำไปปุ๊บผู้ชายมันพยายามเข้ามาทุ่งเข้าใจไหมเดินไล่เพราะนั้นเดินไล่
20 seconds.
From here,
20 seconds.
I need to do very straight. Yeah. Go.
Thank you. 11-6. Play.
Well, the Thai combination have never lost a game, let alone a match, to their opponents of today. And they're looking good at the moment to keep that run of form going.
Service over. 7-11.
Every match we are watching the Thailand combination, I think Dijapon is getting better and better. More and more comfortable on court. Go along. Forgot the drift.
As in, he's getting better and better from his standard at the start of the week, or do you mean his standard
from the start of last week?
Yes, but or do you mean his form that you've ever seen getting better and better?
No.
It's just over these 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, good placement. Yeah, his very first match last week, I thought he was looking a little bit sluggish.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with you.
But if we look at the overall form and overall performance by the Thailand pair, I must say, let's say 19 was a fantastic year for them. The way they moved up and they really put themselves in the top 3.
Yes. 6 finals in 2019. All England final last year from just 3 tournaments that they competed in 2020. Yeah. Yeah, that defensive shot of Dijapon.
Service over.
Played to perfection.
12-9.
Guiding it across court.
Service over. 10-12.
Confusion.
Yeah, that's nice from
11,
Sairaj Rankireddy.
Yeah, but the Thailand pair both going for the same shot.
Yeah.
Of course, exposing the back completely. It's a good little comeback here.
It is 5 of the last 6 points. There.
12-0.
6-11 down at the mid-game interval. Indian combination. Now 12 all.
Service over. 13-12. 13-12.
That's extremely well left, I think.
Well,
We
there's
have
a
a
challenge.
challenge.
Yeah,
And last time Ponnappa, she was right, so
she was right.
I better be quiet here.
Here we go. It's out. Not right this time, Ponnappa.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 15-12. Play.
Oh my goodness.
Service over. 13.
That went under the net.
Yeah, it was a complete mistiming of that shot.
They are struggling in this second game, the Thai combination, to control.
Yeah, the length.
Yeah,
They are. This is way out.
yeah. It's almost on the red carpet. One point in it. And once again back level.
15. Oh.
And now into the lead. This is extraordinary. Well, we saw
16,
extraordinary
15.
comeback in our previous match by Tai Su Ying. Now we're about to witness something extraordinary again.
Service over. 16. Oh.
We, of course, you and I have the luxury of watching the players time after time playing, and I think I've kind of noticed that Ditchapon, you know, when he's really pushed from side to side and reaching the shots low, he is making quite a number of mistakes. Let's see if we get one or two. See, that's one of them. You know, he's so agile, he's so quick. That
Service
one
over.
is not completely into the
17,
corner and totally out of
16.
reach. However, he's still quite far from it.
Mm. Oh, that's
good.
brilliant. That is brilliant.
On the line.
Oh well, he's challenging,
Rankireddy challenges.
but I saw that as in.
Me too.
Yeah, inside edge of the line.
Challenge unsuccessful.
They've got no
One
challenges left.
remaining.
Rankireddy and
Service
Ponnappa.
over. 17 all. Play.
Oh, dear me.
Service over.
That's a second service error.
18. 17. Subsidy.
How did she get that one back?
Don't believe it.
That's good play by Taerattanachai.
Yeah. How on earth did she keep her partnership in the rally?
Over.
Sapsari
Oh.
with the most amazing defence. It was before that. It was an extraordinary shot. So 18 all.
Service over.
It's good pressure
19.
on Dishapon. He's very quick around the hit situation, but I still think that shot from Rankireddy really, really added on the pressure. It's coming here, this one.
2 points away from the second game.
1 point away.
1 point away. Well, they've never won a game before against Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai. They have now
Game.
21-18, the second game.
Second game won by
And it's
Sapsari,
1 game
7,
all.
Rankireddy and Ashwini Ponnappa 21-18. 1 game all.
Well, they came back in their quarter-final from a game and 13-18 down, saved 3 match points. And they've come back from a deficit in the second game here of the semi-final. 12-15, having been 6-11 down at the mid-game interval. So that confirms it's 1 game all.
Yeah. Yeah, more smart. Come on. Yeah, very good Ashwini, Satvik. Yeah, hit also. Sometimes you hit hard, sometimes slow. Sometimes you hit, sometimes slow. Like. Yeah. Come on, Wooden, come on.
Nice, come on.
Yeah, service also sometimes you will service with goal also sometimes boy also you see this standing where standing. Yeah, Ashwini. Yeah, more confident.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, go.
Don't change your start กับความกดดันออกไปว่าจะทำอะไรแค่หนีผู้หญิงหนีทำไมถูกป่ะหนีทำไมหนีไปให้ผู้ชายหรือว่าอะไรเห็นช่องว่างว่าทำอะไรอย่างเมื่อกี้ก็ตั้งอยู่เราก็แค่ย้ำมาตัวเปลี่ยนทางจนเขาชินน้ำหมักเนื้อเปลี่ยนทางดูดีๆลูกมันมาครึ่งกลางตลอดเวลา
20 seconds.
Well, the Thai coach, Taerattanachai Visvas, towering above his players
Final game.
during their 2-minute timeout, coaching break.
Play.
So here we go, third game. Rankireddy and Ponnappa, having won that second game, 21-18. What a rally.
Yeah, it's ferocious.
It's gone long. Opening rally of the deciding game. That's pretty special, isn't it?
Over. 1 love. Okay. Play. Change.
tried to rush the low serve, but Dichapont alert to it over his head.
Three, love.
Oh, clever.
That is so well played.
Service over. 1-3.
With both the Thailand players going the wrong way. Sapsari left absolutely stranded. Nice.
2-3.
I think she's enjoying herself, Ashwini.
She is.
She's having a good time. I like Rankireddy. Leave it, leave it, leave it. I think he said it's not coming over.
It's not coming over.
No.
Four, 3.
Yeah, that got deflected by the net cord. Oh, goodness me.
Red carpet.
Service over. 4-0.
Good serve.
5-4.
Just checking the record of the Indian pair, Rankireddy and Ponnappa. And they have never been in any final at any level.
No, but it doesn't surprise me.
And here they are, possibly on the verge of being in the final of a Super 1000 event. Nice block. Yeah, that's super. Okay,
well
Morten,
played.
so why doesn't it surprise you
Service over.
that the Indian pair has
5-0.
never been in any final at any level?
First of all, I don't think they've played that many tournaments together. I haven't calculated it, but I don't think they played that many together. Secondly, I think Rankireddy is, as I said earlier, really focusing on his men's doubles.
Mm.
And then, as a new pair, they have a tendency to, you know, they lose first, second round sometimes and all that. So it doesn't really surprise me. Fourthly, I would like to say that I think they.
How many points have you got?
They are not playing the lower ranked tournaments either, because they play in the even doubles at the highest tier, so the mixed doubles kind of follow. So they do not enter a Super 100 tournament, for instance.
Yeah.
Because that's not where the even doubles belongs.
No, good point.
7.
But seeing them play this week, you know, if the Commonwealth Games was happening this year, in a month's time,
they could win.
Then they could win.
They could definitely win.
Yeah. They were fourth, by the way, on the Gold Coast. Yes.
But considering he's only 20 years of age, there's still lots and lots of improvement in him.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on.
Service over. 6-7.
Yeah. Good awareness from Puavaranukroh.
6. Nine, 6.
Well, immediately asking his coach whether the flick serve would have gone long. Yeah.
Service over.
Good
7,
pressure.
9.
Yeah, trying a bit of a trick shot in the end there, Duchapon. Oh dear. Well, she's been faulted twice,
10.
and I think that's just disturbed her rhythm on the serve.
It's creeping into her game.
Yeah. Yeah, lovely block.
Service over.
Yeah, she's successful doing it because she's reaching it so early. She's very, very close to the net.
Oh, that's wide.
9, 10.
I think the Thailand pair are getting a little bit edgy. Good smash.
11,
And it's a 2-point advantage
ends.
for last week's champions, Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai, here at the change of ends in the deciding game.
Yeah, both pairs really enjoying the luxury of being able to bring the male player forward because the two female players are so strong from the back.
Yeah.
หาเราเข้าใจไหมลูกอย่างเงี้ยมันพุ่งมาแล้วมันตกลงชอบขึ้นไปแล้วลอยขึ้นไปขึ้นไปนิดเดียวน้ำหนักมือแข็งหมดแล้ว
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
เน้นแต่ความละเอียดไม่ใช่เน้นแต่ความเร็ว
Magari anche per il Yeah.
Well, the good thing from the Indian perspective is they're finishing the match at the better end of the court. Both pairs have played better and enjoyed more success from the near side of the court as we're looking down.
And therefore even more surprising when the toss of coin was made. The Thai pair actually won it, but they chose to serve. They did not choose ends. Maybe a little bit of complacency there.
I don't understand
Service over.
any big arena,
10,
and this is a wonderful big
11.
arena, has a natural flow of air currents. And so there's always going to be a little bit of a drift. Why on earth wouldn't you always, if you won the toss, choose which end you prefer, whether it's the better end to start or whether it's the better end to finish? You know,
Service
whatever
over.
your philosophy on that,
12,
but
10.
why on earth not choose where you want to start and where you want to finish?
Close to the service lines. Thank you.
There was a scoreline of 12-9 in the second game.
And that didn't stop the Indian
No.
combination.
No.
Service over.
I wouldn't like to stand in the
11,
receiving end of that
12.
smash.
Service over. 13, 11. The jab one. Shuttle. Change.
But I think Rankireddy's mixed doubles play is only working due to the fact that Ponnappa is very agile, quick on her feet, covering well, and if it was a more traditional mixed doubles and he had to cover the full back and all that, I think he would be more in trouble due to his way of moving around in the court.
Oh, that's a super shot from Taerattanachai. Just brushing
14.
the shuttle
11.
into the open space. Look at that. Super.
Play.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Found a big gap, did Dichapon.
15, 11. Change.
Yeah, that cross-court backhand shot played really nicely. So do you think it's decisive? 4 points?
I think it probably is. Although I seem to recall 15-12 that the Thailand pair were up in the second game. But now 16-11, I think it's decisive.
Yeah.
16, 11.
4 straight points. Momentum is with the number 1 seeds.
Seventeen, 11.
It's very nicely taken. I like that.
18.
Flat over the net. He
11.
had his racket arm outstretched. Dichapon took it early. Drove the shuttle flat over the net and forced the error. Yeah. they've upped the pace. And the rewards, the fact that they're only 2 points away from a third of final in 3 Super 1000 events.
Yeah, speaking of great consistency.
Yeah.
Service over 12-19.
Match point opportunities for the home pair,
20.
Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai. Yeah, first time of asking. 21-12 in the deciding game. But what a tournament Rankireddy and Ponnappa have had. But for this Thai combination, contesting all 3 Super 1000 tournament finals in the 2020 HSBC BWF World Tour. Confirmation of the scoreline: 22-20, 18-21, 21-12 in the deciding game. And Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai through to the final once more. Well, we can look forward to just one more semi-final, and it's the second of the men's singles. It's last week's champion, Victor Axelsen, up against the winner of this event in 2019, Cho Tien Chen of Chinese Taipei.